This really is a special part of the show for me. It's a chance to really spotlight the cutting edge innovations in the industry. And I was lucky to be part of the pitching sessions yesterday, which I just think the quality of the companies is getting higher and higher. So it was not easy to make the decisions. We will be having categories in 3 different areas across finished products, ingredients, and service, technology, and digital solutions in the nutraceutical industry. Each startup will only have 3 minutes to present their innovation. I'm sorry, we don't make it easy for you. And then we'll conclude with the much anticipated winner announcements and awards ceremony, where our expert jury will reveal the top innovators in each category. And of course, a special prize for the most innovative, sustainable solution as well. Now, before we get started, I just want to say a massive thank you and congratulations to all the finalists who made it this far. There was a huge amount of applications this year, so even to make it to this stage is incredible. And of course, to our amazing judges, because I know it's not easy going through all the applications and all the other things that we demand of you throughout the time. And yeah, just really excited to get started today. So thank you to all of you who are part of this challenge. Now, our first category will be the most innovative finished nutraceutical product category. So really covering finished products across ingredient composition, consumer focus, and delivery formats. And kicking us off first, not easy to be the first person, will be Fejus. So please give a warm welcome to them.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bojana, and today I will present Fejus. Did you know that every third person on this planet is suffering from anemia? That makes 2 billion people worldwide. Pregnant women and children are the most suffering. Today's solutions are broken. We either have artificial iron supplements that cause severe side effects like nausea, and on the other side, we have low bioavailability in natural products. So women need to choose from being sick from the cure or staying tired from the condition. We decided they deserve better. It's not about adding iron, it's about making iron actually work. We developed 100% natural formulas in a form of delicious functional food like smoothies or snack bars, free from iron inhibitors and free from side effects. After preclinical studies, we applied for international PCT patent, and now we are having ongoing human study on 250 women. Besides women and children, anemia also affects vegans, sportsmen, or elderly, making our market opportunity even bigger. Our business model is built for scale. We will be running a subscription model, B2C, through online shop and app, and also opening licensing opportunities for established food producers. 2,000 women applied for our clinical study, and 86% of them have intent to purchase. We have raised 350K in equity-free grants and awards from institutions in EU, and we are launching our Farina app to make a long-term retention engine for the ones that need their iron being tracked. Fejus is 100% women-founded startup, combining 2 top-notch scientists with 2 businesswomen who transforms years of research into innovative functional food. Here, we are searching for food partners and investors. Join us in making anemia thing of the past naturally. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bojana, for that presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'll be passing over to Oxperial Biohealth. Please give a warm welcome. You know, it's not easy. Thank you. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Chen. I'm the founder and CEO of Oxperial Biohealth. So today, Oxperial, we're bringing to the market a reinvention, new technology and new extraction and new formula of products called photodynamic nutrition products. This might be a little unheard of to you, but I promise I'll explain this later on. So a very quick show of hands. How much of you take dietary supplements on a regular basis? Wow, that's what I expect to see. And how about herbal supplements? Great. So the problem that Oxperial wants to solve is, as a scientist, I know that herbal supplement market is huge, but there are lots of supplements that are actually generic blend with very low absorption, and we want to change this. So at Oxperial, we're not only bringing up new products, but a new category of products, photodynamic nutrition products. So we started by solving this problem in the lab. We created our Evolve extraction technology. It has been proven to boost bioactive yields of these herbal nutrients by 60% and improve body absorption. So this has sparked an unexpected insight. Since these nutritions, they're not only good stuffs, but they also contain chlorophylls, these tiny particles in plants that help them do photosynthesis, transferring energy, light into energy. So we asked ourselves, can we carry on this light responsiveness of these extractions into a biological format? So we developed GPDT photodynamic activation formulation, which is a 100% pure natural herbal proprietary blend. And it has been demonstrated to improve cellular function and also nutrient efficacy. We have been granted patents in UK and Taiwan. So based on our core technology, we have launched our first flagship product, PropLite. It is a blend of super greens designed for immune support, cellular health, and boost energy, and be empowered by our photodynamic technology. So how does it work? As a consumer, take it as you will normally do, as any other dietary supplements, but on step 4, as you see, when you expose daylight or any visible light, the nutrients inside your body will become biologically active. You can think of it as nutrients working inside your body, but also in the background. So, aside from lab studies, we have also conducted our first pilot clinical trial, preliminary, still unpublished, but in a snapshot, 20 participants taking 4 weeks of PropLite. They have experienced 75% of the participants reporting better well-being, immune status, and immunity. So our business model, we operate as a high-margin, capital-light, and especially built for scale. The reason is we are vertically integrated with our manufacturer back in Taiwan, so we can spin off and invent and bring products to the market fairly quickly. Our go-to-market strategy, we have launched in Taiwan last year, 2005. We plan to expand to the EU and US through direct-to-customer, referral, distributor channel. So competitive landscape, you can see Oxperial is the only category on the upper right corner with mechanism and functional nutrition. So traction, we have seen exceptional reorder rate. We also have real-world client testimonials saying that it actually feel better. As for our team, aside from us, we all bring together over 40 years of industrial and science insight. So to cap up, we are multiple patented technology, we are capital light, and we're bringing to the market a new functional category, photodynamic nutrition. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for the exciting work. And now please give a round of applause to Resbiotic.
Thank you. Okay, so when we think about lungs, metabolism, hormones, energy, we don't often think of these as connected systems, but they are, and they're connected through the gut microbiome. At Resbiotic, we call this the gut X-axis. And so the problem that consumers are facing today, they're stuck between two extremes. On one side, we have supplements that have limited validation. They're often symptom-focused. There's low trust, there's confusion. On the other side, we have pharma. It's effective, but it's expensive, slow to market. It's inaccessible. And so the real problem is that companies today are not prioritizing both the scientific rigor and the accessibility. So we built that model at Resbiotic. We focus on the next generation of precision microbiome solutions targeting systems beyond the gut. And most importantly, we prioritize finished product validation. That is where we fundamentally differ. This is the core of our innovation, a vertically integrated platform known as the GXPP, the GutX product platform. This is designed to translate science into precision validated products. We start with pathway discovery organoid models. We then move to precision formulations, combining our precision probiotics, postbiotics, prebiotics. We combine them with bioactives designed specifically for these pathways. We then emphasize finished product validation. This is how we move from discovery to real-world commercial impact. It wouldn't be possible without our founder. He is a practicing physician and early pioneer in lung microbiome research. He saw firsthand how emerging microbiome science was being translated into consumer products. So we built Resbiotic to actually close that gap, to bring pharmaceutical level rigor to products that are accessible. So this is Resbiotic, restoration for whole body health. We have products spanning across respiratory wellness and lung function, energy, metabolic balance, perimenopause support, so hormone balance, bone and joint health, all validated at the finished product level and all through the lens of the gut microbiome. So this is how we are actually moving from platform to product to clinical real-world impact. We've built this efficiently with only 11.8 million in funding. We've scaled as an omni-channel company across direct-to-consumer, healthcare practitioners, and we've launched in retail, national retail. We have seen over 200% year-over-year growth, greater than 39% repurchase rate. So we're not just building science, we're actually scaling it. We are a small, lean, mighty team with experience across both science, healthcare, and CPG. So I leave you with this in my 10 seconds left. We're not chasing symptoms, we're actually targeting the system. We're building next generation precision microbiome therapeutics designed for how the body actually works as one connected system. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now our next finalist in this category is Exolab. Round of applause. We know the drill. Come on.
Thank you everyone. So, I am Valerio Carconi, I am the founder of Exolab Italia, and today I want to talk about a revolution in sexual women's health, because today most of supplements simply don't work. Over 50% of the product on the market fail the bioavailability test, and over 50% of consumers want safe and science-based product. That's why we develop a new approach. Plant-derived exosomes, extracted from Italian organic agriculture. I don't know if you know an exosomes, but you have to imagine as a natural shuttle that can naturally encapsulate all the phytocomplex of the origin plant, and they can protect the cargo and deliver with great bioavailability all the bioactives that they have inside. So, they can overpass the gastric pH, they can be absorbed in the first part of the gut, and they can reach distant target organs. Today, I want to talk about the revolutionary product that we have on the market, and the name is Exocomplex Fertilità. Is a food supplement registered in the Italian market and is composed just with exosomes. This is a mix of different exosomes because we studied that exosomes can work better in synergy. So that's why we developed these supplements just with this active. We studied these supplements for the IVF treatment. I know that everyone knows the problem of the in vitro fertilization. So we took two groups of 32 people each, and the placebo group was the standard protocol of the IVF fertilization. That means a lot of drugs. And the EXO group is the standard protocol plus 3 months before the treatment, 2 capsules per day of our supplements. And the results are incredible. So the number of oocytes recovered, plus 66%. Plus 35% of oocytes fertilized, but the most incredible results is the increasing of pregnancy, plus 47.6%. Our market target is huge. It's a 7 billion market by the end of 2030, and the consumers want natural and plant-based solution. That's why we develop plant-derived exosomes. This is our business plan for the product. We want to reach 12.5 million euro in revenues, reaching 15 markets. Thank you so much and enjoy our evolution.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Exactly on time. Thank you very much. Now, that actually does wrap up that category, but we won't be announcing the winners just yet, so you will have to wait a little bit longer. Our next category will be the most innovative nutraceutical ingredient category. Now, I actually sat in these pictures yesterday, so I already had a sneak peek into some of the innovations. So really exciting to be presenting them. This covers everything from nutraceuticals, supplements, or functional F&B that can offer scientific substantiation of their efficacy. So without further ado, I'll be inviting up Evanium to be our first finalist in this category. So please, round of applause. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is David Ofner. I'm the technical co-founder of Evanium, and today I will present the next generation ingredient for metabolic health. Metabolic health is one of the most pressing health challenges at the moment. Nearly 28% of adults suffer from metabolic syndrome, and 2 out of 3 adults are either obese or overweight. So it's quite obvious that consumers are actively looking for a solution to this problem. A solution like berberine. It's one of the most studied plant active ingredients for metabolic health support, with clinical data backing up significant decreases in glucose parameters, but also in triglycerides and cholesterol. So on paper, berberine sounds like the perfect ingredient, but in reality, it has a massive problem. It's nearly insoluble in the digestive tract, and it has a low bioavailability of around only 1%. This forces consumer brands into gram-level dosing, which leads to lower consumer compliance, but also to gastrointestinal side effects. This is where Optisolve comes into play. Optisolve is our dual-coating microencapsulation system, which consists of an inner cyclodextrin core, which enhances solubility, but also stability of the compound, and an outer phospholipid-based shell. When taking a look at the dissolution in intestinal media, Optisolve berberine vastly outperforms native berberine, but also the next best commercial viable product on the market. If we take a look at what really passes through the intestinal barrier, the result is even more clear. Optisolve berberine increases the absorption of this valuable compound by a factor of 13.7 in comparison to the native extract. And this translates directly into commercial value. Brands now can use way lower dosages, which directly translates to cost savings, but also to a better consumer compliance and tolerability. In our opinion, the next generation of ingredients shouldn't only focus on the ingredient, but on smart delivery itself. Thanks a lot.
Brilliant. Now, our next finalist will be Exosomes. So please give a warm welcome to them.
So, hi everybody. My name is Efrat, and I'm the CTO of Exosome. So, how can a mother protect her baby before its immune system is fully developed? So it all starts here, with the mother nourishing her baby, and her milk is more than nutrition. It's actually a natural communication system, because within her milk, there are small, tiny particles that are called extracellular vesicles, or EVs, and they are also referred to as exosomes. And those EVs, they have a cargo of bioactive molecules, such as proteins and lipids and regulatory RNA, that help shape the health and the development in the baby. And this communication system is what we are trying to bring into modern nutrition at Exosome. So how do those EVs work? We consume them by consuming dairy. They are being uptaken by epithelial cells in our gut, and they release their cargo, which is then interacts with cellular pathways and exert biological response, supporting normal biological processes. For example, supporting immune function, supporting gut barrier function, anti-inflammatory activity, and also microbiome balance. So what is the problem? What is the gap? The problem is that although those EVs are abundant in natural milk, actually dairy processing damages them, and their integrity and quality and function is damaged. So that is why in most commercial products, there is very limited functional EV present. And this is exactly the gap that Exosome sets out to solve. Our science is based on a decade of research at Hadassah Medical School. We also have 2 granted patents. We have a strategic partnership with the biggest dairy company in the Middle East, Nuva. And our process is sustainable based on circular economy because we're taking side streams of the dairy industry and upcycling them into ingredients of high value. And all of this platform is backed by proof because we had also in vivo, in vitro, preclinical, and clinical studies that show that our product has efficacy. So the process is also scalable. We are already producing with Nuva under GMP conditions, with scale-up capabilities. We are making sure that the process is chemical-free. It's designed for clean label. And at the end, we receive a powder of WPC, whey protein concentrate, that have a shelf stable of more than 12 months. It's food compatible, and its bioactivity of the EVs is evaluated and checked. And this product can be incorporated into daily nutrition, from wellness and gut health and to active recovery in formats that people are used to take. So the market is very big. It's 48.5 billion. And we are trying to do a B2B and trying to partner with the leading brands and formulators of functional food and health. And we have the team to do that. Both strong in science and also in business execution, to bring this into the market and together to create a new category of functional food. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Efrat. Brilliant work. And our next finalist in this category will be the Protein Brewery. Round of applause. Come on.
Thank you. My name is Thijs Bos. I'm the CEO of the Protein Brewery. And I'm going to start off with a small video, if it works. Let's see. Yeah. So this video was actually made by one of our process operators, and it showcases our process in our factory in Breda. We dive into the bioreactor where you can see the mycelium growing. Obviously, this is an artist impression, but you see how the hyphae are created, how it grows, and we ultimately turn these hyphae into a mycoprotein powder, which is rich in protein, in fiber, and in lots of bioactives. And we do this through a non-sterile fermentation process, which is super sustainable and super scalable. Ultimately, we turn it into a powder, which is used a lot into active nutrition applications, so ready to mix products and protein bars, which you can see now in this video. See if we can click it through. Yeah. Okay, so we were founded in 2020. We're scaling very fast. Based in the Netherlands, in Breda, we scaled from lab to pilot to commercial factory in the last couple of years. We now have a demo factory producing 100 metric tons this year in 2026. Backed by world-class investors, we raised our Series B at the end of 2025. I joined a year ago as the new CEO, and we received EFSA approval as first novel mycoprotein at the end of 2025. Now a team of 40 people and still growing because we're investing in our factory. What we make and what we believe in is that fungi can future-proof our food system. So we have selected a very specific type of mycelium that thrives under a low capex and low opex production method because it's very high temperature and low pH, so we can ferment in a non-sterile way. No organoleptic trade-off, so very clean taste, which we're very happy to try out at our booth. And what we basically make is whole food nutrition. So we have the protein, we have the fiber, we have the bioactives, vitamins and minerals all in one. We turn that into a product that's a ready-to-mix product, and we target that mainly on active aging and longevity applications. We've done quite a lot of clinical research towards our ingredient already, obviously on the protein quality, which is a protein quality of 1, comparable to whey. Fermentin stimulates the alpha diversity, so the microbial diversity in the gut, and it also stimulates the short-chain fatty acids in the gut. Moreover, we are the richest source of spermidine of any natural food product, 7 times richer than, for example, wheat germ, and this triggers autophagy, which is very important in cellular health. Well, we're a very strong commercial traction in the US, which was the first market where we had regulatory access. So we're now already completely sold out in 2026. The reason why we're still here in Phytofoods is that we're building the pipeline for 27 for Europe. Gross margin positive and more than 50 customers in the pipeline. And we won the Best Protein Award with Clean Machine with Plant-Based News. And please visit us at booth 6F84H. And you can try our product Fermentin yourself, and we're there with a team of 4. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great work there. Thank you. Okay, now our next finalist will be standing ovation. So please, a round of applause.
Thank you. Good afternoon. In 1 liter of milk, you will find 30 grams of proteins. 80% of those proteins is casein. Casein is the most functional protein in milk. It is the protein that transforms milk into a stretching cheese, a foaming ice cream, or a holding yogurt. At Standing Ovation, we produce casein through precision fermentation without touching a single gram of milk or a cow. And why is it important? All right, it is important because by 2050, there will be a need to find an additional 250 million tons of proteins, either through plant-based or alternative way. That puts a huge pressure on food sovereignty altogether. Plant-based proteins have been doing a good job when it comes to analogs, meat analogs, fish analogs, milk analogs, and so on. But we know that there has been some limitation in terms of organoleptics, taste, textures, and so on. We need to find ways and proteins that will continue to maximize consumer acceptance. We also know the impact of livestock on the carbon emission, and proteins coming from meat is not super ideal. The solution is a new range of proteins, opening new functional horizons that will enable consumers to improve the way they buy their food, prepare their food, eat their food, digest their food. And here we have our brand architecture. We will start commercializing in 2026 with our advanced casein in the United States, since we are self-GRAS already. We have pet food proteins ready to be commercialized as well, and some other which are more associated to peptides, peptones, polypeptides, such as management of mood, sleep, hunger, and so on. What we do it in a very socially acceptable manner. You need 10 liters of milk to produce 1 kilo of cheese. You press all the fat and all the proteins into 1 liter. The 9 others today in the world are thrown away either to pigs or to methanizers. We are in a position to use those effluents to feed our bioreactor as a feedstock to create the perfect circular economy. In other words, using wastage in order to produce high-value type of proteins for our customers. This is Standing Ovation. We were founded in 2020. We are based in Paris. We are already producing at industrial scale. We are very privileged to work with the best in the industry, both from a scale-up point of view with Ajinomoto and Tetra Pak, with whom we have exclusive agreements already, and with the Bell Group, and more recently the Danone Group that joined us into our syndicate and onto our board in order to accelerate our scientific improvement and, of course, route to market. We just closed a Series B of 30 million euros on the 20th of February, so we are well funded for the future. As Anna mentioned, 2026 is where it starts in the United States, 2027 in Europe. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I'll be inviting Todd from Verb Biotics for his presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Todd Beckman. I'm the CEO and founder of Verb Biotics. I'm excited to talk to you today about our LP815, our new probiotic that we call a GABA factory for your gut. Why we did this is sleep and stress are major concerns for consumers. Stress is now a daily condition, it's not occasional. We know that poor sleep impacts mood, energy, and daily performance. Consumers are actively seeking new solutions. The demand is there, but the solutions aren't keeping up. The problem is that there isn't a lack of solutions. The problem is these solutions have short-term spiked effects, wear off quickly, and they don't have continuous biological support. So what we did is we saw this problem, and to fix the sustainability issue, we said, let's choose a mechanism of action, GABA, and we know GABA addresses these sleep and stress issues, and let's develop a probiotic that could deliver a clinically substantial amount of GABA. So we've developed this probiotic LP815. We've conducted 2 clinical studies that have been published. They're gold standard clinical studies. The first study is on stress, and we found 68% of the participants experienced reduced stress. The second study we did was on sleep, and we found 77% of the participants had improved sleep. We also found 100% of the women in the group had improved sleep. And what was interesting in both of these studies, the more the need, the stronger the impact. So we were extremely satisfied with these clinical results. And as you think about it, there's a sleep stress cycle. The less you sleep, the more stress you have. The more stress you have, the less you sleep. And so as we have a probiotic that's producing GABA consistently and constantly, we can help really break that cycle. So LP815 is a new technology for sleep support. Verbiotics in general, we are an ingredient company, so we're B2B. We're building a platform of different technologies around metabolic health, women's health, sports recovery, and healthy aging. So that is LP815.
All right, brilliant work in that category. And now we were going into our third and final category, which is all about the services, digital solutions supporting the nutraceutical industry. Now, don't forget, we'll be presenting the winners after this, so don't miss them. Do stick around. And our first finalist to present will be Aletheios. So please, give them a good welcome.
We all know that research can be slow, expensive, and painfully inaccessible, both for the researcher generating evidence and for the participant looking to see themselves in the evidence generated. This dearth of rigorous, diverse, credible evidence affects how all of us measure and experience health, something that I experienced personally as a long COVID patient. At Aletheios, we are driven by one core mission: to lower the barriers to evidence generation for both researcher and participant, whether those barriers are financial, technological, or even psychological. Since our incorporation in October 2023, we have been the software infrastructure powering well over 50 decentralized and hybrid studies across the nutraceutical industry. Our software-first model approach allows us to be used across myriad study designs, from pilots to double-blind placebo-controlled RCTs, as well as with the largest and smallest of budgets. For example, among ingredient suppliers, we work with startups like Kyoga Bio and Tesseract Life Sciences, as well as enterprises like Givaudan, Hofseth, Helena, PLT Health Solutions. Among direct-to-consumer brands, we work with startups like Oxperial and Cheers, as well as behemoths like Thorne, AG1, and Yerba Madre. Most importantly, our platform flexes up to serve biotech and medical device trials that are being submitted to the FDA through our work with Hims & Hers' Wegovy trials and phase 3 work with endometriosis-focused company Samphire Neuroscience. You can think of the way Aletheios works as scaffolding, all the scaffolding that you need to run your study. In minutes, you can have a perfectly digitized protocol ready to be finessed, complete with every single instrument and survey in your study, including wearables, at-home digital biomarker tests, and biomarker tests as well. All these studies run on the same chassis of the Aletheios Study Planner and the Aletheios Study Operator. And research teams can choose to use the platform in-house, via one of our CRO partners, or by contracting one of the many principal investigators that we work with. The second side of our community, the Alethead participant community, is at the heart of what we do. We treat our participants like citizen scientists. We support, educate, and empower them. Every single study that's run on Aletheios returns study data to our participants. It's part of the reason why in the last few weeks, we were able to enroll an RCT in 1 less than 24 hours of fully enrolled study. Why 2, we were able to do that at 1/3 of the cost of even the best CRO on the market. And 3, why our average adherence across all consumer health studies is at a 93%. At Aletheos, we are driven by one fundamental purpose. We believe the early signs of success that we have seen, which include things like 3xing revenue, working across the human health industry, having thousands of Aletheads added to the platform monthly, is down to one thing. We're not trying to simply serve the market of researchers who are running trials today. We are looking to expand what it means to be a part of that market. We want to enable every innovator, inventor, and citizen scientist who never thought that they had the resources to run a robust trial to be able to engage in the fastest, most affordable, most customizable, and most rigorous science there is. And we're just getting started. Thank you.
Okay, now let's keep that excitement going and welcome up Ayana Bio to the stage. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. So this saffron is grown about 3 hours from here in the mountains. It is the most expensive spice in the world. Picked by hand 1 month out of the year, $6,500 per kg. But it's facing a major challenge. Iran produces around 85% of the spice. And not only is it just a geographical challenge, but also based on the temperature of that geography, it'll change something even more important, not the biomass, but really the nutraceutical value of that product that you might find here, which is crocins. So saffron is just one example of the challenges we're seeing in the industry of growing these ingredients. So plant cell culture, what we do is not something like a novel ingredient. We grow the ingredients you love in a novel way. So what that allows us to do is take a team which has been able to do this actually in the past. Frank has grown a company called NAD+, True Niagen, to a public company of $1 billion. Troy Cargill, Dr. Mike and Dr. Wes are both experienced of combined over 25 years in plant cell. What they've been able to do is standardize our ability to grow these ingredients, giving you a pharma-like consistency grown anywhere in the world, regardless of temperature, location. What does that mean for us? We focus initially on these 3 products initially, sage, marigold, and saffron. What we're able to do in our first product, rosmarinic acid, is take the 1% that's usually found in the industry, in the ground, of rosmarinic acid and bring it up to 20x. That is the power of this technology, taking what's found in the ground, grow it consistently, and 20% X. What does that mean for the market, all the people who are providing ingredients here who are dependent on these ingredients? What happened when supply chain changes entirely? So Wori Bio is our partner. We start with the JDA. What Wori Bio is actually a lighting company from South Korea, $1.5 billion in revenue, that also has a lighting solution which grew marigold in vertical farms. They realized that makes no sense whatsoever and looked at plant cell culture. They're an OEM as well with a facility of clients globally. And they've recently put in a $5 million investment into Ayana Bio as well. We scale up through we're a low capex solution. We grow with partners, Lords Bio and Zenfold in India. And our model is to start with high value ingredients like saffron, moving all the way down to commodity ingredients. Plant cell culture is a platform that, again, is not novel ingredients. I repeat that, not novel ingredients. It's the ingredients that you love grown in a radically new way. Think penicillin. Okay? $41 million in JDAs, $1 million and $5 million strategic revenue. To summarize everything, winning team, exceptional tech, and the future way of growing the ingredients will be bottled all over this location. Thank you so much.
Okay, and now our next finalist will be Nagi Bioscience. Thank you.
Hi everyone, so I'm Laurent, CSO and co-founder of Nagi, and today I will show you how we are transforming the way the nutraceutical industry discovers and validates new ingredients to support healthy longevity. So as you all know here, food and nutrition are a gold mine for innovation in this field. But for the industry, there is still a major bottleneck. How do we know which interventions truly work before moving to costly and lengthy developmental trials? So at Nagi, we solved this problem. We built the reference platform for healthy longevity discovery. And our solution stands on 3 main pillars. So first, biology. We are using a stellar model organism with strong human relevance for aging biology, the nematode C. elegans. Second, automation. To run fully automated and standardized lifespan studies, we have developed the robotic device SeedLab One. And third, AI. to extract meaningful information and results from complex biological data. Our flagship bioassay is NAGI Age, which is our AI-powered aging clock that can measure biological age in C. elegans using high-content imaging. With this solution, in just 10 days, we can identify if an ingredient can promote health span and improve biological age and discover the mode of actions behind. Indeed, by breaking down the aging process, we can reveal how interventions can reshape the biological age through multidimensional changes across 6 vital traits. So 2 examples. So for instance, NR, which is a very well-known supplement, you can see here that this ingredient does dependently improve biological age, and we can identify that the maintenance of good muscular function is the driver of this beneficial effect. And second, Saccharomyces boulardii, which is a yeast extract. Here, the beneficial effects are mainly mediated by gut health. So we operate via 2 main business lines. We can either execute projects via our CRO services, or we can install the solution in the labs of our customers. With this flexibility, we can give access to startups or large companies to our solution. They can implement this technology in their lab. So today, we are the trust partner of more than 30 customers worldwide, including companies like Nestlé. And we have a very strong commitment, which is to redefine how the nutraceutical industry discovers what truly improves healthy aging. So if you want to be part of the journey, so let's connect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Super exciting work. Thank you. And now my next startup to come to the stage is New Wave Biotech.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mariana, and I'm the product manager at New Wave Biotech. Essentially, biomanufacturing is backed by, when we think about US market, China, Europe, they all care about biomanufacturing. And in fact, 1/3 of global manufacturing could be biomanufacturing. Now, the problem is 90% of those innovations fail to reach market. And one of the bigger reasons is downstream processing. So separation and purification steps, they actually require a lot of your production cost. And this is ultimately what scientists do last. So they always think about upstream first and downstream comes after. So that's essentially what we come to solve. So AI we use, of course, but our modeling is essentially hybrid. So we have mechanistic and machine learning component. Essentially, our tool, it combines model downstream processing from lab, pilot, and production scale. We also contextualize, so we link techno-economic analysis and what we believe being the first life cycle assessment on the bioprocessing. We compare different downstream options side by side. We optimize, and this is a key aspect because when we think about the traditional way, we think about design of experiments. So what we do is we run thousands of process combinations, and then what we tell you is what are the optimal processes you should run in your lab, facility, or pilot, and then you learn. Every experiment that you upload your data on, the model becomes more accurate to your own process. This is essentially how we help. There are 3 main areas. We accelerate new product development by basically giving you a better sense of the R&D before you commit to scale up. We optimize existing production. So what you should expect is increasing yields, decreasing cost, and reducing number of experiments. And then if your goal is net zero commitments, then we give you sustainability into your process from lab to production. This is our actually proven results. So on the paper, it's quite cool to say that we help customers with AI, but actually we have 3 main cases that could help clarify that. So essentially with CPI, we're able to predict centrifugation at pilot scale with 6.5% error with just 1 single calibration run. With Multis, we did 4 runs of optimization, and they were able to reduce 92 less experimentation compared with DOE. Also, we increased product concentration by 2 times more and reduced unit cost by 55%. And finally, with Livin, a plant-based collagen company, what we did was we compared 4 optimized processes with sourcing, transport, and location option scenarios, so you could see cost and sustainability early on. So you could lock your process routes early with the right, I don't have that much time. So accelerating traction. So essentially here, we actually are in a good place. We're able to onboard the top ingredient corporation We also have a leading fermentation corporation in final stages and 29 more in active pipeline. 80% of these were reached this year. And this is our team. If you want to know more, please reach out later. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I know those 3 minutes go so fast. There's just not enough time. Okay, now our final finalist in this category will be Moa Food Tech. Round of applause. Come on, we've done this many times by now. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So in MOA, we have created this AI platform, which is based in the combination of AI and fermentation to transform byproducts into high-value ingredients. And this is our platform. First, we start with our byproducts database. We're working with over 200 different size streams. The idea of using these byproducts instead of sugar or expensive starches is to significantly reduce the cost of the production. Then we have our microbes library, where we have over 300 microbes. Our microbes are already approved for food consumption. So they are already approved and they are clean label. Albatros is our AI platform, which is based in the genome sequence of our microbes. Then we build the metabolic models of our microbes, and then we also replicate the fermentation process in the bioreactor. Then we go to the upstream, which is fermentation, and then the downstream, which is extract the cells from the culture media and inactivate them and dry them. So it's pretty simple, but the potential is in the AI. So we can really control the metabolism of our microbes to produce or to increase the amount of a specific molecule or a bioactive compound. Thanks to this platform, we are able to integrate biotechnology, data science, and process engineering. When we started the company, we were able to develop one bioprocess in 2 weeks. Now, thanks to the platform, we can do over 300 bioprocesses per hour. And these help us to accelerate the development of the solution, optimize the solution, and cut time, cost, and risk in the development of a new product. It's true that we started the company in the food industry, but now we are really focusing the nutraceutical industry because a number of reasons. And we are focusing in yeast and bacterial-based solutions, so really clean label. Metabolic health support, mental well-being, stress modulation, anti-aging, antioxidant activity, gut health, postbiotic functionality, and all of this only using the biomass of the cells. As you can see here, this is an extract of our portfolio. The first ingredients are mainly for the food industry. The two first ingredients are already in the market. We are already producing the ingredients in a large-scale bioreactors of 120 cubic meters. Now we are starting in 250 cubic meters. And as you see, the last ones, MOA Health and MOA GABA, are ingredients that we are developing together with corporates for the nutraceutical space. We are a Spanish-based company. We are 3 co-founders. We are 20 people in the team. We have a lab in the north of Spain in a city called Pamplona where we have 10 bioreactors, the whole downstream process, and we can replicate what we are going to do in the industrial level in our lab. And we have a team of AI, bioinformatics, fermentation, food science, industrialization and quality, and we have also our own commercial team. We don't know only how to develop these solutions, we also know how to scale them up without the constraints of regulation. And we have been supported, and we are working with some great partners like Barilla, Bühler, Novonesis, or Viscofan. Thank you, and let's build the future of nutraceuticals.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And just a massive thank you again and congratulations to all of our finalists across those 3 categories. I'm sure you can now understand why it was so difficult for our judges yesterday to make their choices. So to kick us off, I'll be inviting some team leaders from each of our judging categories from yesterday up to the stage to present each of the winners, which will have 1 in each category. And at the end, we'll also have an extra special prize for the most innovative, sustainable solution. So do stick around for that. With each winner, we'll hand out the prize, take a quick photo, and at the very end, to all of the other startups, please join us for a quick group photo so we can remember this moment as well. So to present our first award will be Marie Brace, who's Head of Innovation at Shake Up Factory. So please give her a welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, so the cohort was very strong this year again. Like has just been said, it was hard to obviously choose a winner. What was particularly difficult was to evaluate startup with different maturity level. So in the end, we decided to choose the company with that combined a very strong and pressing need with a very differentiated value proposition and also very, very solid results from their clinical trial. So I'm happy to say that the winner is Exolab Italia.
No, just super exciting. Congratulations to Exolab and everybody else in that category. Now we'll be going on to the next category of most innovative nutraceutical ingredient, where I'm really pleased to welcome to the stage Giancarlo, who's operating partner at Maya Ventures, to present the next award. So there's the clicker, so you don't announce anything too early. Yeah.
Doesn't work. So I'm sure you all are aware of the level of maturity of the companies that we have seen over these days. And it has been a very, very tough job to decide, but we decided then. And the reason why we choose these companies is because they actually unlock something that is very, very important for everybody. It's metabolic health. So the winner is Evenium.
Okay, thank you. Another round of applause for our winner there. Thank you so much. Okay, and now we'll be going on to the third category. Let me switch through. So the most innovative service, technology, or digital solution supporting the nutraceutical industry. And presenting this award will be our judge, Adam Adamek, who's CEO at Food Edge. People just don't know the program. There you go.
So this is not the last one, but definitely it was the most diverse group of the startups who were pitching to us. And really, really interesting solutions. We, however, after long debates, decided to recognize one of the most systemic approach among all of them. So I will not be keeping you under stress. The winner is Moa Foodtech.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Adam, you really kept us on the edge of our seats there. Okay, and now it's not an official category because we judge across all three of the categories from the Startup Challenge, is an extra special award for the most sustainable solution. So I'm just going to invite Giancarlo back up to the stage to present this one to the winner of this award. Thank you. You take that one. Yeah.
Okay, so we have seen many companies. Some of them don't deal with sustainability because of the business model. Some of them make a great effort for sustainability, but there is one company that really made it happen from the raw materials through the process to the finished product. And this company is the Protein Brewery.
Really nice, really nice. What's that? Yeah,
And then a trophy for the. Well, congratulations again. That was quite funny because I was watching your faces thinking, do they know it's them? They don't yet. But no, just brilliant work across all of the categories, all the finalists. Like I said, it was not an easy decision. So just congratulations to you all. And we're super excited to see the future of your companies because we know this is just the beginning. So thanks again for taking part. Thank you to our judges. We really appreciate all the work. And of course, hope to see you again next year. So yeah, congratulations.